Welcome to the Fierce as Fuck podcast. I'm your host, Amanda King, and I'm here to teach anybody who wants to fucking listen how to have the audacity to say fuck it to societal standards and live their most authentic life. This podcast is dedicated to bringing sexual conversations from behind closed doors onto the main fucking stage. Because sex, masturbation, squirting, guess what? It's all fucking normal. And by bringing these conversations to the forefront, we help people feel less alone in this world. We help them feel safe. We help them gain their power back, step into their confidence, and have the ability to express themselves authentically as fuck in this world. Because it takes fucking audacity to be your truest self. And we have boatloads of audacity up in this bitch. So let me ask you this. Are you ready for some epic shit? Hello, everybody. So we're going to answer the question today that I received. I think this one came from Instagram. How do I get out of my head during the act? I try so hard to enjoy, but I keep thinking about how I look, how I should sound, etc. This is such a big one when it comes to women. And so in this episode, I want to discuss why we feel this way, the truth, and just allowing yourself to be present in the moment with your partner. So why do typically women, and I will say men probably feel this a little bit as well, but mostly women feel that they have to look a certain way, be a certain way, act a certain way during sex? Well, that's easy. That's porn, right? And actually, honest to God, it's fucking all media, not even just porn. When we look at sex, it is so fucking glorified in TV and movies. One, it's so fucking unrealistic. It's mind-boggling, like absolutely mind-boggling. When we look at sex, typically on TV and on movies, it is done by two very attractive actors, and they are staged the entire time, right? It's not actual sex that they're having. It is fake sex. And they are put in angles that make them look the best, right? It is all staged so that each of the actor and actresses look amazing during every take. They're basically in hair and makeup while they're having sex. They don't sweat at all during sex. A lot of the sex scenes that you watch on TV are so fucking outlandishly long. Like so long. No one has sex for 45 minutes to an hour, right? No one does. If your foreplay is about 20 minutes and then penetration lasts 20 minutes, but the average sex session from foreplay to finish lasts on average between, I think it was 7 to 15 minutes. That's it. Also unrealistic shit. Penetration always happening. A lot of times during sex scenes on TV, you don't see any foreplay. It's just all of a sudden, I'm hot, you're hot, stick it in me. I was watching an episode of The Great the other day, which I do love. And it was a realistic sex scene in the fact that it lasted about 3.5 minutes, but it was no foreplay. It was like they kissed 3 times. She lifted her dress and he penetrated her instantly. And like that doesn't always happen either. So we look at sex on TV and then we add porn. Porn over sexualizes women to the extreme. I mean, TV does and media does as well. But like with porn, women believe that men watch a shit ton of porn, which probably they do. And there's no shame in that, right? I'm not someone who says like, oh, well, you shouldn't be watching porn. Everyone has their thing. But when we think of porn, we think of like mainstream porn that is made with like Jenna Jameson and these women who are super tiny, typically with enhanced figures, and who are being shown screaming at the top of their fucking lungs during sex, having the time of their life, being once again fully in fucking makeup and hair, looking spectacular, not realizing porn is also staged. Porn is not they all of a sudden start having sex and the camera guy is there filming the entire time. They stop. They switch positions. It's all and act. The woman is screaming like that because that's what the director, who is probably a male, thinks that men want to hear. Men like super vocal women, right? And so she's screaming like that because it's supposed to turn men on. The angles and the shots you get are from the male gaze. A lot of them are penetration shots or shots of her boobs bouncing up and down. And it's because they're trying to appeal to men because that's what they believe men like. Do some men like it? Yes. I'm not going to say they don't. Do all men like this stick figure girl with huge boobs screaming like a fucking psycho during sex? No. The fact of the matter is all tastes, all individual tastes are based on the person. Everyone has a different preference, right? And men feel like every single woman wants someone who looks like Magic Mike. And that's not true either. Women have different preferences. Everybody has different preferences. And so we as women think, okay, well, this is what porn looks like. This is what all men want. And honestly, this is going to sound so fucking stupid, but what really opened my eyes up to the fact that, like, no, that's not what all men want, is fucking TikTok. I would watch videos of women asking men questions about specific bodies, whether or not they cared about them being shaved. Like, if you want me to sit on your face, do you want me to hover? Do you want me to actually sit on your face? What if I didn't shave and you're about to go down on me? Oh, do you guys like these side handles, these like muffin tops, whatever? And the more I started watching TikTok, the more I was seeing all these men stitch these women and be like, I fucking love every inch of you. I love everything. You don't need to shave. I don't care. One guy's like, I will truck through the Amazon to find the treasure. It just, they don't care as much as we think they do. But also, there are some men who really do care about that shit. It all depends on individual preference. We cannot generalize an entire gender based on the wants, needs, and desires of some men. But this is what we believe, right? Because this is what we're taught, this is what we're told, and then this is what we see. Because when we're seeing porn at a younger age, it's the really trashy, shitty porn. I will say porn has progressively gotten better because of pages like OnlyFans, which does show a variety of women and men and people in different body shapes and sizes doing different things that get other people off. And so it does make you feel a little bit better of like, hey, this woman has a similar body type as me, and she has 70,000 followers. OnlyFans is definitely, I feel like, opened up people's eyes as well. And like when I was researching OnlyFans and once again on TikTok, like following some of these women that were on OnlyFans, there are women who are like, my most requested photo is of my mom belly. And you would think that's the one thing that we believe men don't want to see. But that was her number one requested videos and photos of herself. And it's fucking crazy, right? But we generalize what we think men want because we see certain images and we think that's what all men want. Not true. So we have to address that to begin with. One, it's not our fault that we feel that we have to act during sex when the only visual aspect of sex that we typically get are from people acting during sex. It's not like we're watching two humans legit just having sex on a couch or just like natural sex. There we go. That's a word. We are consuming stage sex. And so we think that we have to look absolutely fucking gorgeous. There was a scene, oh my God, I don't know what movie it was. I've spoke about it on a podcast before, but it was like Angelina Jolie and Antonio Banderas had this sex scene. And my God, they looked incredible the entire time. The entire time. And if you look at a scene like that and you think, I've got to look like that, no, there's no fucking way. It comes to my second part of this episode. The truth. The truth is everyone looks fucking ugly during sex. I don't care how fucking hot you are in real life. Everyone looks ugly during sex. Everyone looks ugly. Do you look ugly to the person you're with? Absolutely not. That's the difference. We all look ugly, but when you're having sex with the right person, they think you look fucking incredible. They don't give a shit what role, what cellulite, what your hair looks like, whether or not you have makeup on. They love the fact that they just get to fuck you because they love you. They care about you. They cherish you. You could show up unwashed for 4 fucking days, your hair in so much dry shampoo that it's basically standing up straight, in a oversized t-shirt and fucking granny panties, and they will still find you the sexiest motherfucker and still want to fuck you. They will absolutely. Why? Because to them, you're fucking gorgeous. You're beautiful. You're incredible. No person on this planet looks great having sex. And if they do, they're not actually enjoying sex, because sex isn't meant to be something that's pretty. Think of sex. It is raw. It is carnal. It is passionate. It is sweaty, and there are bodily fluids, and people are like, it's supposed to be fucking filthy. It's meant to be filthy. And so you can't get caught up, or you shouldn't, let me rephrase that. You shouldn't get caught up in what you look like, because you should know we all look terrible, and that's okay. Your partner, no matter how much you love them, they don't look terrible to you because you do love them. But if someone from the outside was watching, they'd probably be like, oh, I don't like the way they look when they do this. I don't like the way that their body looks here. But no one's fucking watching you. It is you and that person in that moment being able to experience intimacy and connection and raw carnal desire. And so don't get caught up in what your O face looks like. All of our O faces, they look like shit. They all look ugly. They look really hot to people who like us. They look hot as fuck. My O face looks super hot to the people who love me and adore me, and it looks like trash to other people. It's all perspective. And so don't go in thinking you need to look fucking phenomenal. This is the one thing that I feel like men get like really blessed with when it comes to sex, is their ability to shut their brains off and just be in the moment and enjoy every aspect of it, because they don't give a fuck what you look like. They love how you feel. They think you're hot. They want to touch you, taste you, fuck you, tantalize you. They love every aspect of you. And this even, and I'm being very like gender oriented with men and women. This is a woman on woman relationship. This is a man on man relationship, a person on person relationship. Your partner loves how you feel. They love to taste you. They love the way you look. So everything you do for them and to them during sex is just going to amplify that feeling of, I am so fucking lucky to be having this person right now. I'm so lucky to be feeling them. I'm so lucky in general, because you feel that when you fuck them too. It doesn't matter what you look like. Your O face is ugly as shit. Their O face is ugly as shit. But to each other, your O faces are fucking gorgeous. Get out of your head about having to look a certain way. I used to be like this all the time, where like certain positions, I would catch my stomach or my thigh at a certain angle, and I would be so upset. And I'd be like, God, I look like shit. Who the fuck cares? It wasn't affecting the person having sex with me. It was affecting me. And it was pulling me out of that moment. A recommendation or a suggestion I have during sex is, if you do get those disruptive thoughts where you look down at your body and you just don't like what you see, or something along those lines, blindfold yourself, close your eyes, turn the lights off. If you cut your senses, like being able to visually see, it makes you sink into the feeling more of sex. And I know this can be hard too, because some men love direct eye contact and some women do too. We're not like, some people do. We're not generalizing here. But if you are finding that you're constantly keep getting pulled out of the moment during your sex session with your partner, close your eyes, especially when you're starting to really feel good in that moment. Close your eyes and explain to your partner why you're closing your eyes. Explain to them, I need to feel this. I need to feel this. And just let yourself feel it, which comes to my third point. Like, you're allowed to just fucking let go. Sex isn't supposed to be some performance where we are an actor on a stage having to look and say and feel a certain way. Sex is supposed to be this time where we just get to connect intimately with another person and explore our carnal desires with them. It's a time where we just get to be fully present and let go of every single thing that has happened to us that day, just to feel good, to feel that way, to be with them and with this person. Sex is a time to let go of control and stress and worry and focus on just being there with your partner and feeling good during the entire session. Allow yourself the permission to experience pleasure that way. Because we don't, right? Especially as women, we go into sex sessions normally with, God, Jesus, I got so much shit to do. Oh my God, I have to go do this after this, and I don't have enough time. Yes, you fucking do. Sex and pleasure should be a priority. So prioritize it. Allow yourself to feel good in this moment. When you have sex, so many great fucking things happen to your body. Oxytocin, adrenaline, endorphins, all of these feel-good hormones. You release literally everything. You feel relaxed afterwards. You feel tired, but relaxed, calm, centered, grounded, whatever words you want to use. Happy. Sex should be a place where you ultimately get to leave all of your shit at the door and just feel really good. And if you struggle with that with partner play, like I understand some people, no matter what, they do get into their head during partner play. Allow masturbation to be that place for you then. Allow self-pleasure to be the place where you fully get to let go, because it's the time where you get to be with you. And that's enough in that moment. And you deserve that pleasure. And you deserve the right to just be in that moment. I don't think we give, tangent, I don't think we give ourselves enough permission to just be in the moment, because we feel like we have to multitask the ever living shit out of our lives down to the fucking minute. Even as I'm recording this podcast episode, I'm checking social media platforms. I'm drinking water. I'm making sure my dogs don't bark. I'm like constantly, my head's fucking whipping around in 12 directions rather than just being present in the moment here with you guys. You get distracted. And it's not your fault, right? We're brought up in a society that is this hustle, go, 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 multitasking society. If you're being present, you're being lazy. It's a whole fucking thing. But sex should be the one place where you just get to be in that moment with that person, experiencing that person at a whole new level, and being able to be in the moment and present for every kiss, every lick, every touch, every tingle, every sensation, every orgasm. Like, it's about allowing yourself to just let go and just enjoy the person you're with. Give yourself permission to do that. Give yourself permission to enjoy yourself if you're doing it alone. Just give yourself permission to feel that pleasure. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, if you like this episode, please feel free to share it. If you have any follow-up questions or you would like your question to be featured on an episode, DM me on, what am I on? Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. All of the links are below for where to follow me. Shoot me a DM on any of those. Each month, I'll select a few DMs. I will come up and I will do episodes dedicated to those questions. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening to the Fierce as Fuck podcast. And some parting words for you today. Remember this: no matter how hard society pushes you down, no matter how many times you fall, as long as you get the fuck back up, they can never stop you. You are unfuckable with. You will win. Don't allow this world to dictate how you show up in it. Don't allow society to make you bend the knee. Instead, make them bend theirs. And don't forget, if you like what you heard, go on to iTunes and Spotify and leave your girl a review. Until next time, my